So one day I woke up and decided it was finally time to turn my dysfunctional room into a more functioning one. So I've had this separate bedroom from my husband for a couple of years now, which was mostly meant to be a filming room, but I also wanted a bed in case there were days I could not fall asleep with him watching Netflix till late at night. But honestly, 4 years of marriage later, I don't have trouble falling asleep, so I really didn't need this huge bed that occupied pretty much half of the entire room. Also, the original room was very much inspired by the Zoella YouTube era, where you used to film on your bed with fairy lights in the background, but let's face it, we've all moved forward from that video format. I also wanted to find a more convenient spot for my desk because it is huge and takes up a lot of space physically and visually from the room, so my main goal was to make my room look bigger and have a more functioning design for my everyday life. This is by far the biggest project I'm doing on this room since I moved in, and I've been stalling it for like a year and a half now. Not entirely my fault though. My husband was very much against me changing this room because he says that whatever we bring into this house will have to stay for like 20 years at least, which I half agree with because I'm also very much against being wasteful, so that is why I'm going to resell all my furniture and make sure they find a new home before buying something new. And also I'm going to try to find most of the new furniture I'm putting in this room used, so that I'm just buying what's already in the system and not something completely new. But anyway, a huge amount of time I spent on convincing him and also on persuasive sex finally paid off, and he agreed to help me, so we started planning out how to turn his bedroom into a living room. The main problem with this room is that, as I said, it's a bedroom and not a living room, so the most important thing that needs to be changed is the bed situation. The other areas I want to change is the wall color, especially on the wall that's half tilted, but I might want to change the other walls too. Again, it comes from the old YouTuber era. Everything had to be white. The wall, the furniture, everything just looked like you come from this kind of a monochrome world where everything is white. So I just want to have a little pop of color around me. And the third problematic part is my desk, where I keep my streaming setup, my computer, my screens, because it's in a very inconvenient place. It's very big, so it was hard to find a good place for it, and I might want to change that if I can find a better location for it inside the room, so I'll see how it goes. But these are the main things I want to change in this room, so wish me luck. Also, I'm going to try to make this transition as budget friendly as possible, so I'm going to convert all the prices, what I'm selling, what I'm buying, so you can see at the end how much this whole thing cost me. So I knew how I wanted to redesign my room, so we took off to get the essentials from the store. I ended up getting a rug, some plants and paint, and a mirror from this trip because I didn't want to get any of these used. So I ended up paying $85 for the rug, $35 for the plants, $40 for the mirror, and $25 for the paint. That adds up to $185 in total on our first trip. I took some photos of my bed and bedside tables and hopped onto Facebook Marketplace to make a listing, and I actually managed to sell both of them within 3 days. Fun fact, my bed had to be let down from the balcony because it was too big for our staircase. I sold the bed with the mattress for $235 and the bedside tables for $45, so I got a total of $280 to my budget. Also on Marketplace, I managed to land 2 really good deals. I got a hardly used couch for $125 and a brand new TV stand for $85, both including shipping to my doorstep, so I ended up paying $210 for the new furniture. So obviously there was a lot of dirt under the bed that I had to clean up, and I also finally figured out that all my hair ties didn't just magically disappear, but were stolen by someone. Yes, I'm looking at you. So I cleaned the whole floor and prepared the room for painting. As you can tell, that small ledge gets dirty very easily, mostly due to the fact that the cat loves climbing there after coming back from the garden, so I wanted to paint it darker to make my life a little easier.
So this is the first wall part that I'm going to paint, or might be the only wall part that I'm painting, depending on how dark it will look. I don't know yet because I chose a light color that seemed light on the bucket, but you know how it's like when you're editing a picture in Photoshop and you choose a very light color for the background, and then when you apply it to the whole background it just looks very dark. And I'm afraid this is what's gonna happen. So I don't know yet if I want to paint any of the other walls, but I definitely want to paint that part so that it's easier to keep clean.
My body never known. You know my body never known. My body never known. I keep dancing with the devil, but it is a lie.
So this side of the wall is painted. I really love the color, so I'm gonna use it on this wall as well, but not on the other two because they would be way too complicated to paint. So I'm just gonna leave them white. I'm so tired, but I wanna finish this today so that I can move in the furniture tomorrow. It is so tiring. It's already evening. The floor is covered in paint. I am covered in paint and sweat. I really just wanna take a shower and go to bed, but I'll be so happy tomorrow if I finish this today. So also, to make my life even more complicated, I decided to do a little decoration on the wall, and I'm going to reuse the shelf that we took off from the other wall and put it on this wall, and also leave a small rectangle over it white, which means I will have to mask out the rectangle perfectly so that it's symmetrical and also straight, which will be a challenge, but I'll attempt to do it because if it works out, it will look super cool. The wall is finished. It's 11 p.m. I have not expected this to take so long, but at least tomorrow I can move in the furniture, so I'm happy. But I'm dying now. My hands look like this. I'm tired, so I just need to go to sleep. Okay, bye.
finally the moment I've been waiting for. I could move in the furniture and start decorating. So my husband helped me with the heavy stuff, and then I started planning how to arrange everything. I decided to use this little retro chair I got from the flea market for $3 as a plant stand and put my new plant on top of it. It ended up not being its final place, but I think it would have looked good there too. I got a new cat furniture too so that she can ruin something other than my couch, and I assembled it in live stream. She ended up really liking it, but she actually never uses the scratcher at all, so I don't consider it a full success. I ordered the cat furniture for $45 from a local pet store. The next project was rearranging the tables to make the room a bit more spacey. I put the desk where the vanity had previously been, and I placed the vanity next to the balcony door. There was one slight problem with that. I could not fully open the balcony door, so I had to figure out something to solve this. So I ended up getting back on Marketplace and sold it, and eventually a month later I sold my desk too, so I could replace it with a smaller one. I ended up getting $75 for the vanity and $95 for the desk, which adds up to $170 in total. I also ordered new tables. I paid $60 for my new vanity and $55 for my new desk, so I spent $115 on the tables.
So I'm finally back. It's been a month since I last checked in here, and the reason for that is that I ordered my last two tables that are required for this room upgrade, and they were supposed to come in 4 days, and they actually came in a freaking month. Apparently they were delayed because of the holidays, which I understand, and it would have been no problem, but I sold my vanity like 3 weeks ago expecting to get the new one in a day or two, and I never received it. So I ended up having to do my makeup for the past 3 weeks, like standing up, holding a small mirror. It was so annoying, so I'm very happy to finally have the new one. The smaller one is the vanity, the bigger one is the new desk, and thank God I haven't sold my old desk yet because I'm live streaming, so I need a place to put all my streaming equipment on, so I didn't want to sell the table until I got the new one. So I'm gonna assemble them today alone, because my husband has a lot of work to do, so he can't help me today, and there's no way I'm gonna wait another day. I waited a month already, so I want these right now. So I'm gonna get into some comfier clothes and finally start these. I'm so excited! so it's currently Saturday and this is our final big rush to finish the room. I am so excited. So I asked my husband to help me put some things up on the wall that need to be like properly mounted on the wall. I'm not sure this is the right word to use. I think it is. He's gonna put up the 2 shelves and the 2 mirrors. Yeah, because I kind of impulsively got a new mirror too this week. We went to IKEA the other day because I wanted to get some more plants, and I got some succulents because I wanted to make sure they survive me. And I wasn't planning on buying anything else, but when we were standing in the line, I kind of just saw the mirror I really wanted just standing there, like someone left it. And I was like, this is a sign. I need to get this mirror. It was screaming to be mine, so I just put it in my cart and bought it.
So I ended up spending another $40 on plants and $55 on my new mirror. That adds up to $95 for this trip.
So I'm gonna wake up my husband now and finally finish everything. I mean, almost finished, because I also ordered some LED strips to put on the back of the TV and they haven't arrived yet. So I really hope they will arrive before I shoot the after scenes next week. But other than that, the whole room will be complete once we put everything on the wall, and there will only be like a whole week of editing left for me.
Let's go.
The LED strips arrived today, so thankfully I will be able to finish everything before wrapping up this video. I will also put some decoration on the walls, but I don't want to go overboard because we were thinking with my husband that we could make a cat climber on one of the walls, but we don't know yet how much space it will occupy, so we need to do that first. It will be a separate video because obviously we still need to design it, plan how to make it, where to put it, so I definitely want to film that and post it sometime later. So I just want to put some bits of decoration on the shelves and on other furniture, and then see if the whole room looks like how I imagined it in my head.
I decided the rounded mirror looked a bit plain, so I cut this fake plant to pieces and decorated the mirror with it. And then I also wanted to hang these lights over my new couch, but I thought they would look so much better if I ran some string around them. So I did that, and we put some cable holders in the wall to hang them up. From this batch I only had to buy the LED lights that cost me around $50. So this is how the room turned out. I am super happy with how it looks like. I almost cry every morning when I come in here because I'm so happy that it's finally functional and I can have guests over and I can properly seat them, so I'm extremely satisfied with the outcome.
Okay, so there's only one more question left to be answered in this video, and that's how much did this whole thing cost me? I added up all the expenses and everything I managed to sell, and it turned out that I spent $700 altogether on everything that I spent on this room. I got $455 for the furniture I sold, so that leaves us with $245 altogether that I spent on this room transformation, but I paid for the LED strips with a gift card that I got for Christmas, so that means I paid $195 straight out of my pocket. perfect. Not to pat myself on the shoulder, but I think the fact that I managed to change the whole design for less than $200 is amazing. I don't think I could have done any cheaper, and honestly, I think it was money well spent. So that's it for my room transformation. If you guys like this video, then I might as well film how I organize our pantry, because something needs to be done with that. At this point, it's in a state that's like literally embarrassing. It is so unorganized, empty bags everywhere, so I need to do it really soon. And if you guys want to, I am happy to make a video of that as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'm uploading a new video every Friday at 3 p.m. GMT. So thank you again for being here, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.